Srimati Vasavi, Kumari Deepika, Chiranjeevi Vatsalya, Chiranjeevi Sashtra.
The whole program is being telecast here. You can even share the link with all your friends and request them to watch this first All India Women's Academicians Conference. Thank you so much. And I request all the delegates. Thank you.
but also this are women leaders, entrepreneurs, and traditional and frame these style badges. Should be, could be a success. It's be, thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now request government of schools and government schools and colleges in them. This IAS officer also motivated people and officials to make Pettapalli a total open defecation free district. Madam received 3 awards for ideating and implementing unit
kindergarten child who was being regularly assaulted by a driver. And this driver schools, very well-known chairs, come to me with a long representation saying that you please come to me with a long representation saying that you please, especially when these are the parents who are talking to the media, these are the parents who, they said, we will be inconvenienced because they could be failed. These students could be failed in their exams. If they did so, they failed. These students could be failed in their exams. If they did so, they were ruthlessly put down by this management and no one raised this. And now, today, everyone is raising their voice. My question is this, my anger is this, are we going to continue this? We are all women academicians. We have the students, the women students, we are all women academicians. We have the students, the women students sitting in front of us. Their minds are fertile. They want you all to understand you have a very huge role to play. All these girls in your classrooms, that is where your role starts. Please do not push away or try to make something, try to say something that would not allow these children to come and say what they have to say in respect of these kind of situations. In fact, you should create a support group. You should be able to educate them about their rights to be able to save it when it is difficult to take things for them. Whether it is in the college, whether it is at home, whether it is on the road, whether it is in any place. To create safe places is all in our hands if we create these support groups. So my request to all of you, kindly do please nurture your students, especially the girls, to understand their rights. And they have to become not mere women. You are going to rear lionesses in your classrooms. You must do that. Otherwise, I am not going to wait for this society to change. I am not going to wait for men to change their attitudes. I am not going to wait for the police system to change. I am not going to wait for another Nirbhaya Act to come. We have to do what it takes today. It is well within our scope to have these support groups, whether it's at workplace, whether it is in college, whether it is in our own neighborhood. We have to empower these people. And this is what we all need to do as academicians and as so-called empowered women. If we are not able to empower someone else, we do not deserve to call ourselves empowered. So I request all of you, please look at this very seriously. I request that your declaration, which you're going to make this evening, shall aim something to this effect. You will all create these kind of support groups within your system and ensure that you will empower these students who come to you. Last but not the least, I want to explain to all of you that we in the government, we do a lot of things. But what actually happens at the field level is mostly out of control. There are acts, there are a lot of rules and regulations. But if a person down the line knows about it, there is really no point in having all these things. Like today, that zero FIR can be filed is not known to many students. That you should rather have internal committees in every organization is not known to many people. In fact, when I recently had an occasion to talk to one of my officers, she was telling me that there is a lady in my office who was being pestered by another man, another colleague, to marry her. But she was not willing, and he was stopping, he was place. My city had 2 marriage age. So she was being held continually by him. I didn't know about this. It was in my own office. Then a lady who understood that there's this kind of a problem to her and I asked her, please file a complaint. Can you do that in the police? She said, ma'am, I may not be able to do that because my kids are of manageable age. I cannot keep going to the police station all the time. And this person who is hassling her has unlimited access. He can come and do anything to her any point of time. So I said, okay, if that is how you want it, then I can't force you. So all I could do was keep her in my peshi and give her some kind of support to ensure that and transfer this man. So what we basically do is, she didn't file a complaint. There's really nothing I could do as an officer. Find my willingness. This is precisely what I'm trying to tell you. Why can we not empower our students to talk, to be able to fight for this, and to be able to discern and make the choices when they have to? This is what we can achieve in our university, in our classrooms, then being academicians and women academicians at that would be the biggest success for all of us. So I would just like to conclude saying that a lot of people ask me, why don't you wear a sari? Okay, a lot of people do that. And I'm the only wearing a salwar kameez today. There's an MP who asked me one day, "Ma'am, don't wear saris." I said, why does it go? And maybe you'll wear it on August 15th and January 20th. I said, yeah. But then I told him a theory of mine. I said, when men understood that they cannot tie up a woman to a kitchen, when men understood that they could not tie up a woman to the kitchen, they invented the sari because she can tie herself up with it. That's why I don't wear a sari. So, thank you very much for all your time and attention. I do hope to be part of your declaration today. And let us now start thinking not as women, but we the women. We. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your wonderful and impactful words. I now request Professor Lakshmi Narayan sir, Registered Osmania University, please grace the dais. I request Sneha Joshi madam to welcome sir with a bouquet. I now have Professor Shanti Sri Pandit Madam, Vice Chancellor Jawaharlal Nehru University with us. Madam born in July 1962 at Russia and former USSR. Madam has educated in Chennai at Pondicherry College and with a topper and gold medalist. Madam completed her MPhil and PhD in International Politics from School of International Studies JNU, New Delhi, and postdoctorate in Peace and Conflict Studies from Uppsala University. Madam has been appointed as the first women alumnus by Chancellor of India, India's top university, that is Jawaharlal Nehru University. In teaching and research career spanning over 3.5 decades, Madam has published 4 books and many other contributions. Madam has published several research papers and widely traveled across the world. Completed several research projects and guided 30 students have been completed their PhDs under Madam's supervision, and 8 MPhils have been completed. Madam was the General Secretary of the Pune University of Teachers Association and University of Pune State and Management Council. Madam has published several research papers and books, completed more than 38 books in her account. So far published several articles in prestigious publishers. Madam served as a Vice President IPSA and President Member Government of India National Committees like NAC, CSSR and other things. President of India has nominated Madam to several universities as his nominee on selection committees. Madam was a founder member of New Life India Movement and Youth Forum of Gandhian Studies, conferred with her honorary rank of Colonel by the Ministry of Defence of contribution to National Cadet Corps January in 2024. Madam has received several awards from various organizations. Madam, we have honored over to have you here, ma'am. I now request you to please address the gathering.
Respected Shri Vishnudev Verma, Honorable Governor of Telangana, Dr. Sudha Narayan Murthy, who is a great idol for us, ma'am, especially with your humility and your knowledge, Member Rajya Sabha, Srimati Devasena, Srimati Vidya Bharati, and Shri Gunta Lakshman Garu, Professor Sudhakar Reddy, and eminent women academicians. Andaru Mahanubhavuliki na Shatakoti Vandanalu Namaskaralu. Let me at the outset thank ABRSM and ICCR for inviting me here to be amongst you. Yes, I thank the present government. Let me tell you, for all the left and the liberal people talk about women's rights, it took the present Prime Minister and his government to appoint the first woman Vice Chancellor to India's most revolutionary university. So it is this government that walks the talk. So hence, I thank the government as well as this. And let me tell you, we women can take up any challenges. We come from a feminist civilization of Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. And here all of you, seeing so many of you, let me congratulate the organizers. I've never seen so many women and so few men. And that itself is an achievement. And I'm so happy, Gunta Lakshman Garu, behind every successful woman, we have strong men. Thank you so much. And I'm not here to advise most of you, but I'm here to tell you all that we are, as women, natural educators. Number 2, we have to break subject barriers, and we can break them. Leadership in STEM. And I would request women to bring in gender-inclusive curriculum, institutional leadership. Please let me tell you that problems are mostly solved by women. Do you know who are the most powerful cabinet ministers of Indira's cabinet? Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge, and then Mahalakshmi, the goddess of wealth, and Durga, the goddess of power. Whether you say knowledge is power or power is knowledge, it is with women. So hence, sir, we are a feminist civilization, and I'm so happy that ABVRSM has been able to bring you all together. And let me also say that we have to build a value-based leadership model This Prime Minister has called for Nari Shakti and women-led development, meaning women in front. And I thank Gunta Lakshman Garu and his team for putting women in front and helping them from behind. Thank you so much, and I thank the Governor, who also has proved that he's a great feminist and a humanist, to be among us today and support the role of women in nation building. And nobody better than Sudha Murthy here. Madam, I'm greatly obliged to share the stage with you. And once again, I thank you for giving me this opportunity. Let me tell you, women, you have nothing to look back at it. This is your time. Please move ahead. We are a society that does not believe in opposition. We believe in balance, in Ardhanarishwar. And hence, both the masculine and the feminine are in balance and harmony. So hence, let us build a narrative that is an Indic narrative where the feminist is in harmony with the masculine and peace in the world. Today is also the World Peace Day, and I wish all of us, young women academicians who have come from all over India, thank you so much to be here, and I hope all of you will become better than most of us who are in leadership positions. Thank you once again. Namaskar. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we have an eminent personality with us, Srimati Sudha Narayanamurthy Garu, MP Rajya Sabha. Madam is an founder of Infosys Foundation, author, philanthropist and chairperson of Murthy Trust, and Mrs. Murthy was born in August 1950 in North Karnataka. Mrs. Murthy completed her engineering in electrical and electronics engineering and completed her master's from IISc Bangalore. Madam has been the first women engineer to be hired in the Tata Motors. Mrs. Murthy's story of contributing towards the birth of Infosys in 1981 is well known to us. Her unwavering support, dedication and sharp and decisive leadership qualities played an important role in establishing Infosys Foundation. Her foremost contribution towards the women empowerment has been rehabilitation of Devadasi community. Mrs. Murthy started a unique Madam, actually we are tired to edit your intro, really. You have very big profile to introduce to. Thank you, ma'am. I request Madam to please address the gathering.
All of you can see me now. I'm a short lady. Andarki namaskaram.
Shall we run more?
What are they asking?
They want to see you while you are talking.
They can see me. You all can see me, don't. Respected Governor Shri Varmaji, distinguished people on dais, ladies and gentlemen. Though I understand Telugu, I cannot speak. Because I understand Telugu because I see a lot of Telugu movies. That's the reason. They are very nice. Okay. Thank you very much for calling me for this conference because there are many reasons I enjoy. Number one, being a woman, I enjoy. Number two, being a teacher, I enjoy. Number three, I enjoy Indian culture, so it is very dear to my heart. Women play an important role in the society. They are like, I was really surprised by and happy and surprised by what surprised by Madam Devasena's speech and got many points, and so is Santi Shri Pandit ji. A lot of information. They talk about women. Actually, they have left very little thing for me to talk now. By nature, women, men in this hall, though I am minority, excuse me, women are smarter than men. Women have been proven because God made that way, and which we are not aware. We always think, oh, you women who can't do these things. No, you are capable of doing many things, provided if you understand what you are. Nature makes her a mother, so she knows what is the pain. Nature makes her to marry someone and go to somebody's house. So she knows how to adjust. As a daughter-in-law, she has to adjust. As a mother-in-law, she has to control. As a daughter, she has to serve her parents. As sister, she has to show her affection. She has many roles in the society. And because of all these roles are very emotional, difficult, walking on a tightrope, and still she has to be successful. And that's the reason I say women are more capable, because they have fantastic built-in system to be a better manager. Your husband may be manager in the office, but you are manager on many departments, finance, education, cooking, marketing, every field you are very good, then only you can run the house. I always say when women do very well in life, please don't forget that there are many people also support her. Behind every successful woman, there is an understanding man. The man could be her father, could be her brother, could be her son, could be her husband. But please remember, their contribution is not less. Though we may be strong, but they also contribute. It is like a ratha. You have two wheels or four wheels. You are two wheels, other two are your partners. Together the ratha moves. Time immemorial, India had great teachers. And in that, women teachers were very, very famous. We do not have records, but we have only hearsay we have. Like you must be knowing, every day they say Gayatri mantra everywhere. The lady Gayatri herself, or the Devi Gayatri they call. It's a female. When I was a little kid, there were many ladies in mythology. It was taught to us. My grandfather was a school teacher. I come from a teacher's family. That's it. Then I requested Governor Sahab, sir, if you are in a hurry, you can deliver your lecture and go. I will take more time. Being a teacher, I talk. Being a woman, I talk. Being a system analyst, I talk. Being a grandmother, I tell stories. So I require a lot of time to talk. He said, don't worry. My grandfather was a school teacher. My mother was a school teacher. My father was a professor. I come from a teaching family and married into a teaching family. My father-in-law was a high school teacher and my brother-in-law was a college professor. Only odd man out was my husband, Narayan Murthy Garu. Went to be the nurse. So in teacher's family, money is never discussed. I'm sure all teachers over here, money is never discussed. We always discuss how much marks he got, what subject, who is subjected tough question paper. Okay, what is the last year question paper? You will be with the books and the question papers. So my grandfather used to tell many mythological stories about women. I told, no, tell me one story where women are one woman or women are so different. Two stories remain in my mind for a long time and even today. One is the story of Maitreyi. She was the wife of Yajnavalkya. He has two wives, Katyayani and Maitreyi. Katyayani was a happy wife, domestic work she will do. What husband says, she will say yes. But Maitreyi was not. She will question him, why, when, where. Women should question. Now I don't say disobey is different, but question is a must. Somebody has made the shloka, when a young girl is born, she should listen to her father, later to her husband at the old age, her son. That is only rhythmic. In real life, no. You have to question in your father's house why this happens. You have to question your husband, and in case he is wrong, you have to correct. and you have to advise your children, question, but somewhere you have to have a line of separation. Like, when you are young, when you are old, you can question and you should not get detached. I always tell my children, this is my opinion, however, decision is yours. And with husband also, I will tell him, you are my friend as such. I will tell this decision is yours. Somewhere you have to put that line of separation, then control. The moment you don't put line of separation or line of detachment, then you can start controlling. Don't control, but advise. Like Rajya Sabha member, you should advise. Because you are in the house of elders. So, you should advise when you see something is wrong, you should advise. I liked about Devasena, telling that we should change, we should not wait for someone to change. It's a great message. So about this I am going to talk today. I will take a little more time. I liked Maitreyi because she used to question her husband. And Yajnavalkya became old. He said, I am going to the Tapovana. I want to become a sannyasi. In olden days, a rishi will have no currency. He will have 100 cattle, 100 cows. He said, I will divide between 2 wives and I am going. Wife was happy, Katyayani was happy. But Maitreyi said, why are you going to Tapovana? To learn more. She said, living this life, you are going to Tapovana to learn more. That means that is more attractive than 100 cows or 1,000 cows. I don't want half of this cow. I want half of your knowledge. I want to come with you to the one. Both of them went. This story attracted me a lot as a child. You can get material things in life, but what you should get is more than that. How to manage material, how to learn more, how to manage difficult situations. So many people say, Sudha Murthy, your life must have been very easy. You went to college, got a first rank. You went to institute, got a first rank. You got a job, then you got a husband. He built a company, everything is fine. I said, that is what you see. There are equal or more number of failures I have seen in life, difficulties in life. And every time, what I am today, it made me, is resilience. It is resilience, women. All girls here, women here, please learn resilience first. Difficulties do come to everybody. Life is like an ocean, you have a lot of waves. You can't stop waves. You have to ride the waves. And in 1968, like 100 साल पहले मुझे तुमसे प्यार था ऐसा है. There were no girls. There were no toilets. And always boys will look at me, a suspicion that this is the candidate who is going to fail. And every time I'll say to my mind, no. I'll prove it. I will prove it. There is no border for there is no gender for education. Education is gender free. It is we make it gender oriented. Teachers, what you have to teach apart from all in one's life. When there is no resilience, there's a lot of depressions are there. Oh, I lost my, my husband did not buy me a new car. So she is depressed. So what? You can have a bicycle. So what? It's good. For health. Your husband may not afford. And it's okay if you can't afford. Everybody cannot be Maharaja. It's okay. So you have to tell people to understand the reality and have resilience in life. That means you should have Itnanti Purusham Haranacha. It is not what you wear, It is what flowers you wear, what kirita you wear, what jewelry you wear, what makeup you wear. None of them will give you confidence. The confidence, you are not scared. Otherwise, you are always scared type. At home, father will get upset. Later, husband will get upset. Later, mother-in-law will get upset. That you can manage. Okay? Boss will get upset if you are working. Daughter-in-law will get upset. You want to spend your life that somebody is getting upset and you should go on, get scared? No. When something is wrong, legally, ethically wrong, you must tell and create a confidence within you. What is this confidence? How much it costs? Where do you get it? You don't get anywhere. It is like how Atma is told in Bhagavad cannot be sold. What is this? You should know your nature. Like nobody is perfect, you are not perfect. Now what are your weak points? You should write it down. I used to do that way. What are my weak points? Food is, I am very fond of food. That's my weak point. Wherever there is the food, I will be the first person to go and eat. What is my strong point? My strong point is I can convert anything into a story. What is my strong point? I will not worry because anyway it is there with me. What is my weak point? I have to go on improving. Compete with yourself, not with your neighbor. Oh, she had a pattu sari, I don't have. She has a Vallabhama sari, I don't have. She has a house in Jubilee Hills, I don't have. Well, no, it is not the house. It is the mind which makes you happy. Stay in a small 2-bedroom flat. If you are happy, that's a palace. Stay in Banjara Hills. If you are not happy, that's a prison. Please remember, where you stay, you can make a palace. What you wear, you can make a pitambara. Okay? What you wear, simple things, you can make a sarana abharana. But your mind should be happy. To make your mind should be happy, you must compete with your own mind and reduce your weakness. 100% you cannot, but you can reduce your weakness. So, number 1, teach everybody resilience. Number 2, Atma Vishwas. Number 3, accept the reality. Accept the reality. You should dream, but it should be a dream which should be feasible. You know, all desirables are not achievables. All achievables are not desirables also. So you should know the fine difference between achievable, non-achievable, desirable, non-desirable. And to do all these things, you require jnana, knowledge. It is not when you grow old, your hair become grey, you can color it nowadays, but still you are old, okay? Hair is grey, there is, your skin is crumbled, then you say, I am old. No, you are old only when you stop learning. The day you stop learning knowledge, you lose knowledge, you become old. Keep your mind inventing new things. Increase your knowledge. Knowledge gives you power. Like she told, Saraswati is ultimate. That's the reason, Ya Kundendu Tushara Hara Dhavala. She is ultimate. She gives you power. Always, for me, money has never given me power. My courage has come through my knowledge. Knowledge reduces your ignorance. Please remember, the more the knowledge you have, your ignorance is less. So, teach your children to have knowledge first, then degree. You may get, I can give you 1 hour talk on that. Many of my students, I'm a teacher by profession also. My students, I used to teach and tell them, look, these are for the examination sake you study. These are for non-examination. I taught them many things in life which are not examination. I met them, all my students have done very well in computer science and they have established computer companies abroad. So they come and see me because I believe old wine, old memories, old students are precious and rare. So I love my students. Like I'm sure all teachers love their students. So when they come, they don't have to take appointment, they come and meet me. I ask them, beta, I taught you C++, Java, database management, many other things. Tell me, which one was so useful in your life? They said, ma'am, to be honest with you, not many. Because, computer science changes. But you taught us non-examination syllabus that has helped us a lot in real life. Lot. So, in 1 hour class of MCA, MBA, or MSc Computer Science, I used to teach 45 minutes my subject, for which I am paid, which is my responsibility, and 15 minutes non-examination real-life difficulties. So my students say, ma'am, we tell our children, better read ma'am's book, where non-examination things she writes. So teach your children, number one, knowledge, which leads to confidence. Number two, resilience. Number three is courage to face reality. Many things it's very difficult to face reality. It's hard. It is hard. But you have to, you can't run away. You can't run away. You have to face with courage. And when you face with courage, you get a confidence. Married. And she put a condition. It was in olden days. She put a condition. I want one sentence which that sentence, a happy man becomes sad and sad man becomes happy. It's a very difficult question. Only one sentence. A sad man becomes happy and happy man becomes sad. Many people tried and failed, and one intelligent fellow told, this too shall pass. Think over it. If you are happy, you tell this too shall pass. You will become unhappy. If you are sad, this too shall pass. Whenever you have difficulties, you should always remember, this too shall pass. Nothing is permanent in life. Nothing is permanent in life. That's what Buddha says. Nothing is permanent. What exists, they all perish. What exists, including this flower and me, water bottle, whatever you take, everything perishes. Which doesn't perish is real knowledge. And difficulties do come in life, but it won't stay. You have to face it with courage. The last and not the least, the most important thing I want to tell you is Indian culture. We are a culture of many, many thousands of years. And when great scientists, like, I was in Ujjain about 3-4 days back, when I look at the Mahakala 0,0, we used to call in a trigonometry, it is a 0,0 of India. Or the Greenwich of India was the Mahakala, which was Ujjain. When I look at Varahamira's theories, Brahmagupta's theories, Madhava theories, there is so much rich tradition, tapestry we have in our country other than China. Or other things, other countries do not have this kind of that. Whereas we have a lot more than China, I feel, because they have so much of language, so many different languages, different customs, different food habits, different jewelries, different textbook. But our base, our base is only one, that is Indian. That is an Indian culture. A culture which is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, a culture which says that love everyone, a culture which says that, this is a famous thing which, again, I learned when I was a child, manasa satatam smaraniyam, vacha satatam vadaniyam, lokahitam mama karaniyam. God has given me manas, my mind. For what? To very well. And talk good things. Don't talk wrong things. Don't talk wrong things. That's the reason God has given you tongue. And why you should do this one? Lokahitam mama karaniyam. I want to help for Lokahita. And as a teacher, apart from your syllabus, you have to teach your children manasa satate smaraniyam, vachasa satmatate vadaniyam, lokahitam mama karaniyam. Bring those students. Make them real good human beings. It's your job. That's the reason in hierarchy, number 1 is mother, Matrudevo Bhava. Number 2 is father, Pitrudevo Bhava, because he works and brings money and helps, brings this, makes this family stable. And third one is Acharya Devo Bhava, teachers. You have the right to change them. And you have the power to change them. What I am today is because of my great teachers. They told me, talked to me, helped me a lot how to talk, how to live in school. And what I taught my students, also that Guru Runa, what I had, Guru Runa, Rishi Runa, I have given that back to my students. India is a great country. It has many, many things in life, many, many things in its history. Learn the best out of it. Teach them, the soft power of the other country is nice to see, but we should be our own. Our neighboring auntie may be very beautiful, but my mother is my mother. My country is my country. If I don't respect my culture, my country, then you are like growing up a tree without any support, and one or other day you will fall. I tell them their quality of work is very good because they had a great leaders like that. So our leaders who are in good position have very great. Some plus minus whatever you feel, you should forget that, improve it, but our culture is like a vast Ganga. Take advantage. Many, many years people have spent in this country to run. Many old people, when they were young, oh, I don't believe and all. When they grow old like me, they say, I wish I would have known my country better. I should have known my family. With a modern roots and wing and come back. There's a beautiful shloka in Sukti Sudha. It says, oh child, when you're going out, I'm running out of time, otherwise I would have recited that. Go like Raja Raghu, who went to the west, conquered and came back. This is Raghuvanshi and Kalidasa. Or like Shakuntaleya Bharatam, Raja Bharat, who unified India and defined India between the land, 2 rivers and the top Himalaya, the bottom Hindus. And he said, Raja Bharata went and unified our land. Or Arjuna, who conquered everywhere and brought money to the land. May you betterment of our country, our people. Thank you very much giving me a chance to talk. I really thank Lakshman Garu giving me an opportunity. And thank you for listening. I want to thank our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi ji, making me a Rajya Sabha member on 8th March under Nari Shakti, giving me a better platform, a bigger platform to express my views and ideas. All teachers, you have a special quality most people do not have. You can take a statue, you can take a stone and and that you can make a murti out of it. Many people don't have. You are the Shilpi to make your students' life. You are Chitrakar, making their life better. It is you who make the murti in real life, not Narayan Murthy. Thank you. Dhanyavad. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am. In spite of madam's ill health and weakness, she made us energized and feel so strong. Thank you, ma'am. I now request
Okay, we'll share. Sharing is always caring, so don't worry. Yeah. Hey. Who is the Kavi? Singer, huh? You are important, beta. You are important person. Huh?
I request the team to play the song. I request Governor Sir to please announce the release of
Jananam Nive Jananivi Nive
Please see, madam. You selected your photo like that. Good photo. Thank you. Yes.
Jananam Nive Jananivi Nive Gamanam Nive Gamyam Nive Srustivi Nive Drustivi Nive Kartavu Nive Karmavu Nive Satyam Nive Nityam Nive Shaktivi Nive Yuktivi Nive Mantram Nive Tantram Nive Deepam Nive Dhupam Nive Sutram Stotram Nive Jananam Nive Jananivi Nive Gamanam Nive Gamyam Nive Sahanam Nive Sampada Nive Gamakam Nive Ganam Nive Bhashyam Nive Bhasata Nive Chalinivi Nive Chaliyamu Nive Hityam Nive Krityam Nive Bhaktivi Nive Muktivi Nive Yogam Nive Yagam Nive Dhyanam Nive Yanam Nive Pranam Pranavam Nive Jananam Nive Jananivi Nive Gamanam Nive Gamyam Nive Premam Nive Prardhana Nive Tejam Nive Tyagam Nive Gaganam Nive Garjana Nive Shikharam Nive Sakalam Nive Chittam Nive Vruttam Nive Amrutam Nive Abhayam Nive Pujavu Nive Pujita Nive Vidyavu Nive Vinayam Nive Sarvam Sharanam Nive Jananam Nive Jananivi Nive Gamanam Nive Gamyam Nive
It was a nice moment we had. We have the lyricist and music and singer, also video editor over here. I request our Governor Garu to please present a memento as a token of acknowledgement to the lyricist Dr. V. Srinadachari Garu, and the music and singer was by Sri Ravi Varma Potedar Garu, and the video editor was Ballepalli Mohan Garu. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Now we have Srimati Vijayabharati Saini Garu, Chairperson, National Human Rights Commission. Madam,
ఇప్పటికే సమయం చాలా ఎక్కువైంది. వేదిక పైన ఉన్నటువంటి మాననీయ గవర్నర్ గారు, తెలంగాణ ప్రాంతం మాతృశక్తి శివశక్తికి వెళ్ళిన ఇప్పుడు ఒకటే వినిపిస్తున్నాం అనే విషయాన్ని నాకు అనే విషయాన్ని నాకు 5 నిమిషాలు ఇచ్చారు. మ్యాక్సిమం 3 నిమిషాల్లో నేను పూర్తి చేసేందుకు ప్రయత్నిస్తాను. Instance of sexual abuse at Sandesh Kali, Nath Pratha and other similar cases. ఈ విషయాలు చెప్పాలనుకుంటున్నాను. ఒక తెలుగు బిడ్డగా ఒక అద్భుతమైన సంస్థ నుంచి NHRCకి వెళ్ళినటువంటి నేను సందేశ్ కాలికి వెళ్ళడానికి నన్ను మా యొక్క చైర్పర్సన్ ఆ రోజు అరుణ్ కుమార్ మిశ్రా గారు అడిగారు. చాలాను సందేశ్ కాలీలో 3 days ఉన్నాను. అక్కడ టీంతో పాటు ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అంతా తీసుకున్నాను. ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇవ్వడానికి భయపడ్డ వాళ్ళంతా కూడా తర్వాత మనం మాట్లాడిన విధానాలతో వాళ్ళు మాకు అంత ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇచ్చారు. వాళ్ళ డిమాండ్ ఒక్కటే, షేక్ షాజహాన్ని అరెస్ట్ చేయాలి, CBCIDకి పట్టించాలి. అప్పటి వరకు అండర్ గ్రౌండ్లో ఉన్నటువంటి షేక్ షాజహాన్ 3 days మన యొక్క విజిట్ అయిన తర్వాత నేను ఢిల్లీకి చేరుకుంటున్నాను. ఇక్కడ షేక్ షాజహాన్ అరెస్ట్ అయ్యాడు. CBCIDకి కేసు ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది. వాళ్ళందరి కోరిక తీరింది. The National Human Rights Commission India has established a core group on women that convenes regularly to address issues critical to protecting women's rights in the country. This core group comprises individuals from various fields, including lawyers, activists, academics, and scholars who have expertise in women's rights. Recommendations from such meetings are forwarded to relevant ministries for consideration policy revisions. Additionally, NHRC India promotes gender equality by issuing advisories on women's rights nationwide. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the Commission issued an advisory to address the heightened vulnerabilities faced by women due to the crisis. More recently, NHRC India released an advisory on the protection of human rights for widows. This advisory acknowledges the specific challenges faced by widows and provides detailed recommendations to empower them and safeguard their rights. NHRC India also regularly organizes seminars, conferences, and open house discussions on issues pertaining to gender equality and women's rights. In the past, the Commission has organized conferences on women's participation in the labor force, women in the workplace, and the derogatory practices against women in India. Though the medium of such events, NHRC seeks to bring attention to different issues related to women's rights and recommended a course of action to all concerned government bodies. NHRC recently organized a national symposium on women's safety at work and public spaces, which saw participation of senior IAS, IPS officers, members of the judiciary, as well as the human rights activists, to come up with a plan of action for ensuring women's safety when they step out of their house. It is through these consistent efforts that the Commission works towards protecting and promoting women's rights in India. It is my sincere belief that in the new Bharat, women who are already making strides in the field of education, civil services, STEM, academia, armed forces, etc. will flourish. ఇవన్నీ మానేసేసి అమ్మవారి చేతిలో ఏం ఆయుధాలు ఉన్నాయి, ఎందుకు ఉపయోగించాలి, ఎందుకు ఉపయోగించింది, నేనేం చేయాలి, ఈ విధంగా ఆలోచిస్తారని చెప్పేసి కోరుకుంటూ నేను ముగిస్తాను.
Thank you, ma'am. Our Honorable Governor Garu, Sri Jishnudev Heritage Tripura chapter and coordinated initiatives for the trust in the Northeast. He embarked on his political journey with BJP in 1993 and was elected as a National Council member representing Tripura. He held the position of General Secretary overseeing the organizational matters for the Tripura BJP. In 2018, Sir contested the State Assembly election from the Charilam SD University, where he garnered an unprecedented victory of 89.33% of vote cast. His works, infused with vibrant themes, grace various tourist past, temples and public spaces, often in collaboration with Sanskar Bharati. A poet, writer of considerable repute, his poetry in Bengali and English has touched the hearts of many. His work notably featured in his books Children of Water Goddess and Master of Theme. He possesses a deep and passionate commitment to tribal development, education, health, and art and culture. Known for his affable personality, he enjoys engaging with people from all walks of life, always making time to connect with the common man. In his own words, his philosophy of life is an opportunity to offer a healing touch to those who living on the margins. Sir, we are very honored to have you here, sir. I request you to please address the gathering. Thank you.
Good afternoon. And on the dais, there was Sudha Narayana Murthy. She was the MP. She is no more here because she had to go because she has to get a flight. She is not keeping well. And she is the chairperson of the Infosys Foundation. Srimati Vijaya Bharati Sayani, chairperson, National Human Rights Commission, NHRC. A.S.T. Devasana, IAS Commissioner of Collegiate Education and Technical Education, Telangana State. Sri Gunta Lakshman, All India Joint Organizing Secretary, Akhil Bharatiya Rashtriya Shaishik Mahasangh. Professor Santrishri Pandit, Vice Chancellor, JNU, Dr. M. Shailaja, Professor, Additional COE, Hyderabad, Dr. D. Sunita, University College of Education, OU, Professor Sudhakar Reddy, Honorary Director, SM, Telangana, and Professor in Mathematics, Dr. E. Yadaya, General Secretary, ABR, SM, Telangana, and Head Department of Chemistry, OU, esteemed participant, esteemed media friends, ladies and gentlemen. While I was sitting on the stage, Sri Sudhaji, Sri Sudha Narayan Please don't do that. The hall is packed because of you. And one of the reasons I have come here is to listen to you. So please don't do that. Go ahead, give your speech. And it was a very inspiring speech. In this age of information and internet and social media, there is an ocean of information. But very few ripples of inspiration are here. Information is uncountable, but inspiration is a little less. So in this era, people like them inspire others to do. And here we are gathered today, women academicians, and the Vice Chancellor, the Lady Vice Chancellor made a lovely remark that I have never seen so many women and so few men. I'm happy to be one of the few. I'm happy to be one of the few. I remember many years ago, I was a minister also. So one day we had a meeting in Delhi and Venkaiah Naidu ji was addressing the audience and he pointed out, it was on rural development, he pointed out, as the Vice Chancellor also made a brief reference, that in the cabinet of the gods, Saraswati is given education. God Lakshmi is the finance minister, home and defense has been given to Ma Durga. And when he finished this, and he said, if they have saw, a lot of women clapping, but few men were clapping. A lot of women were clapping, but only few men were clapping. But here it is. Today when we talk of women empowerment in India, as the Vice Chancellor, I'd like to share a very short speech, but very nice speech. I liked her speech. She said that the governor is a feminist. You don't require to be a feminist to support, the correct path. It is the Indian path. It is the Indian way of looking at things. When you look at things, the word feminist comes from a Western concept. And in India, we have always, idolized women who are non-conformists. Maybe Savitri, or Drupadi, Kunti, Mandodari, Tara. We have always idolized women who are non-conformist, who are rebels. Take for example Savitri. She fought with Yama. She fought with death, the god of death, to bring her husband back to life. That was the spirit of the women. As the Commissioner of Higher Education said, don't wait for change. If you wait, you'll keep on waiting all your life. And generations will keep waiting. She said very nice. You'll keep on waiting all your life. And generations will keep waiting. She said very nice. And then change will come. And today India is changing. When you talk of new India, we are talking about Punarnirman. When we talk of yoga, what Raj, and he says, in his openings, we can mix Gyan with Vigyan. That will be the Raja Yoga. That will be the highest form of human existence. Education, reality, inspiring to see that so many ladies have come today. And to hear, all the ladies speak with such, dynamism and inspiration that there's very little for me to say. And to hear, all the ladies speak with such, dynamism and inspiration that there's very little for me to say. And she was talking about the Indian music ragas and the raginis and the, swaras. And, swaras. And the Indian music is the greatest form of Indian thought, actually. We say in Sanskrit, ekam sat vipra bahuda badanti. That is signified most beautifully in our Indian classical music. Ekam sat, the rag is one, the tal is one. But person singing that raga makes all the difference. On the Carnatic style, you'll see something different. In the Hindustani classical, you'll see something different. Raga Yaman is sung, in the Hindustani classical form, little different from the, though the notes are same. The tala may be teen tal, same rag, but different. It signifies that even in rigidity, in harsh discipline, there can be flexibility. It's a beautiful form of through music to put that message across. In rigidity, in harsh discipline, you cannot move one swar from here to there. The raga yaman is finished. Yet, you can have flexibility. Ekam sat vipra bahuda badanti. The truth is one, but interpreted in many ways by knowledgeable men. When I say men, it comes to women also, by the way. So, it's the whole habit of saying it. So it is, that is the way Indian culture is, and feminism is growing all while, but in India, there is no news of feminism. We just have to revert to our old ethos and principles, instead of aping the West. We must take in Jnana, Vijnana Sahitam. We must add science to knowledge. Any knowledge that is not scientific, we say it is not knowledge. Any spirituality which is not scientific, we say that is not spiritual in India. We have always had this mix of Jnana, Vijnana Sahitam. Because that is the highest form of human existence, we believe. So I would like to add that this program has brought to light many things, and you'll be discussing among yourselves also. And women of great stature have spoken from the dais. And ladies of great stature are sitting in before me. So this sharing is very important. This sharing is very, very important. In India, we have grown because we share. And we know what is ours. I keep telling people in my addresses or speeches that India is such a country that we have been 700 years under foreign rule and 200 years again under British rule. But nothing has changed. They may have looted us, they may have plundered many places, but they were not victorious. Because this is the land of spirituality, of thought. This is the land not only of thought, it is also the land of science. This is the civilization that has blended science and spirituality together. This is a nation that has given the world that knowledge has to be scientific. This is the civilization that has taught that following something, a doctrine or a dogma, or following some path is not all. You have to be and become something. You have to become. He cannot talk about development leaving half the society behind. That is neither what to say scientific, neither ethical, neither mathematically correct. When we talk of sabka saath, sabka vikas, we cannot talk about leaving half the society behind. And as the commissioner said, I like her speech because I said you become that powerful. It's not about discussing that how powerful we are or how powerful we should become, what should be done. Do it. And then you will become that. That is what India teaches us. Do it and you will become that. And I am very grateful to the organizers for having invited me here. It's a lovely time I spent, heard so many speeches. And I've realized that how wonderful it can be to be in minority sometimes. It can be a very wonderful experience to be in minority sometimes and to listen to the other side. And we'll see you again. Let me thank you all for giving me a patient hearing. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words. I now request Dr. Kishan, sir, please propose vote of thanks.
Afternoon, all of you. Dignitary on the dais, Honorable Governor Jishnudev Varma garu, and NHRC Chairperson Vijayabhati Sayani garu, and Sudhamurthy garu, MP Rajya Sabha, and Shantishri Pandit Madam, Vice Chancellor JNU, and Sri Gunta Lakshmanji, Joint Organizing Secretary, All India अखिल भारतीय राष्ट्रीय शैक्षिक महासंघ and Professor Sudhakar Reddy, ICSR, Southern Region Honorary Director and Convener.
the dignitaries are leaving, and please make the way for the Governor Garu to his seat. Please be seated. I request all the participants and delegates to please be seated. There is a Sushana over here. This session is over by now. Now we are ready for lunch. Right? We can have the lunch in the shed which is provided nearby the auditorium. And you can meanwhile visit the exhibition which is based on the theme of the conference. Also there are few stalls. You can please visit them, and I request everyone to please come back to the auditorium by 2 o'clock in sharp.